Dr. Devika Guneshila. I'm the Managing Director of Guneshila Surgical and Maternity Hospital in Bangalore. I'm here today to answer a few questions regarding the basics of infertility. There are varied number of treatment options, and it depends upon the patient and the patient's husband's profile, that is the couple's profile. So if a patient comes to you having been married only for about 1.5 years or 2 years and she's still young and everything is normal with her, one would do a few basic tests and educate them about what is the fertile period and when they should actually be having intercourse. So as soon as you enter a hospital, it doesn't mean, or a fertility center doesn't mean they're going to take you to the highest level of infertility treatment. We would first start with trying to find out what the problem is, and to achieve this end, a thorough history taking as well as an examination are the two very important initial steps which will give us a clue as to how to proceed. We will then do a few investigations and then try to find out where exactly the problem is. It's a good idea to give the couple a chance to conceive by themselves with a little bit of help. If that is not possible, and if the patient has a serious problem, then that problem will be treated. So you can start with the simplest of treatments where you have a natural cycle monitoring. That means we monitor the patient's cycle naturally and find out whether she's actually producing an egg, which is called as an ovulation. And once that happens, we advise them to have intercourse. So that way a patient also finds out about her own ovulatory timings and her own natural cycles, so she can time her intercourse herself. So we would help the patient to understand her own cycle initially and then take it on from there. If there's a particular problem that we have diagnosed either with her husband or with herself, then we would need to treat that particular problem and take it forward from there. So there are very many options, starting from the really basic right up to the complicated in vitro fertilization procedure. But the needs should be tailored according to the patient's condition. The treatment should be tailored according to the patient's needs and the patient's condition. There's one more important point to keep in mind. One may ask as to why is fertility decreasing in our younger women, and the reasons could be the fact that we're exposed to so many adulterants, pesticides, insecticides in our food. I would also be failing in my duty to educate the youngsters if I don't talk about bisphenols that are produced by plastics, which leach into the water. If water is stored in plastic bottles, these bisphenols A can actually leach into the water. So this produces inflammation of the ovaries, and they're also called as endocrine axis disruptors. So just a word of caution, I think we should be mindful of the kind of food that we eat. Also, maybe one of the suggestions that I would like to make is to turn back to the olden times where water used to be contained in steel containers or in glass bottles. We do not know what we are eating, we do not know what we are drinking, as so much of the food is adulterated. So that is just a word of caution that I'd like to give the youngsters. My success rates would be somewhere around 50 to 55%, and the take-home baby rate would be anywhere between 35 to 40% in an IVF cycle, whereas with an IUI cycle, the pregnancy rates are always less. It would range anywhere between 18 to 20% for a pregnancy rate, and a take-home baby rate would be somewhere around 12%. Time taken for a complete cycle of treatment depends upon the kind of treatment that the patient is going to undergo. So if she is going to undergo a small simple treatment like a natural cycle monitoring or an ovulation induction where we give you medications to bring about the production of eggs, and then either do an IUI wherein we take the husband's sperm, clean it and put it into the uterus, or ask them to have intercourse, it all finishes within about 2 weeks. Whereas if you're going in for an IVF procedure, it takes a little longer, and it can range from somewhere around 3 to 4 weeks until your pregnancy test comes out positive or negative. you would need to have some knowledge about the embryologist. It is ideal to go to a lab or a clinic where they have full-time embryologists rather than having part-time embryologists. It would also be good to go to an IVF center where they are doing IVFs on a continuous basis rather than doing batch IVFs, because we don't believe in batch IVFs, and we do believe that the pregnancy rates can become lower when you do a batch IVF. So these are the few things that you would need to keep in mind when choosing a clinic. The second is you're embarking on a very expensive treatment. It's not only expensive in terms of finances, it is also going to cost you a lot of emotions, which will produce a lot of psychological stress, and a woman invests so much of hope into this treatment that sometimes when it does not work, all their hopes come crashing down and they can actually get depressed. So you need to go to a clinic which has a good psychological counselor who can actually handhold you through this whole treatment. The third is that you must understand that no treatment will give you 100% pregnancy rates. That is something that doesn't exist in this world. You can only look at the pregnancy rates, or you can talk to the doctor about the pregnancy rates that their clinic has. The fourth would be to have enough trust in your doctor to abide and listen to his instructions. You would have to choose a doctor and a clinic where you're comfortable. You need to be able to discuss all your issues, your doubts with a clear mind and a clear head and get an adequate response. Only when you're comfortable with the responses that you're getting, only then would you need to start your treatment. To summarize, just a few small tips: lead a healthy lifestyle, stop smoking. If you're overweight, you must lose the weight by exercise. Stop postponing your childbearing, because sometimes it may just be too late by the time you actually decide to try for a pregnancy. And the last thing would be to choose your clinic wisely. And I'm sure infertility treatment has progressed to such a large extent that majority of the problems that a woman or a couple has can be dealt with very, very competently and efficiently. And I'm sure all of you going to the right place and doing the right things will definitely be able to see the 2 pink lines, which will set you off on your journey towards parenthood.